Rating all pasta sauces. 24 kind of different pasta. First day, plain pasta.
Pasta in piano.
This is a dish that is very popular among children in Italy because it's healthy and light. I usually choose this pasta because there's ridges that hold the sauce better. Only simple ingredients are needed: olive oil, garlic and parmesan cheese to make this delicious pasta. There are two versions of this sauce. In northern Italy, people prefer butter, while olive oil is more popular in southern Italy. This is the pasta I often ate when I was a kid, so I give it a score of no less than 7. What pasta I should do next?
Ciao. Second day, spaghetti with clams. The most important first step is to place the clams in salt water and cover them. For them, it's like returning to the sea, dark and quiet. But actually, they will expel all the sand. It's very important to clean it very carefully. If you see any open or broken clams, you must throw them away. Spaghetti with clams is a classic dish of Napolitan tradition. To prepare this dish, you need garlic, chili, parsley, olive oil, a little white wine, pasta and fresh clams. White wine adds flavor and builds up the sauce. Cover the pot to allow them to open. Don't throw away the sauce! Separate the clams from the sauce. Use the sauce to cook the pasta later. You don't need to cook just half the time. This is the real secret to add more flavor to spaghetti. Al dente. Spaghetti with clams is a must-eat dish in summer, preferably by the sea with the aroma of salt and beach. So I can't give a low score. I can only give a beautiful 9.
What pasta I should do next?
Ciao. Third day, bucatine alla matriciana. Guanciale, not pancetta, is the authentic ingredient of a matriciana. Guanciale is very fatty, so there is no need to use any oil. Senti che odore. White wine enhances the flavor of the guanciale and tomatoes, making the dish even more aromatic. And of course, the beloved tomato sauce. A common trick is to fill the jar with water to make the most, wasting any. Bucatini are named so because they are long, hollow pasta with a hole running through their length. In the city where this pasta was born, there is an annual festival dedicated exclusively to this dish, celebrating their history and tradition. This is the sound a pasta should make, so you know it's done right. Pecorino is a sheep milk cheese and it's saltier than Parmesan. It definitely deserves a high score, but not too high, and we all know why.
What pasta I should do next?
Birthday, pasta alla norcina. Pasta alla norcina named after the city of Norcia, famous for its cured meats and truffles. It is also known for its norcini, meat artisans specializing in pork processing and cured meats production. The main ingredients of pasta alla norcina are Norcia sausage, ricotta and black truffle. An irresistible mix.
La ricotta.
Did you know you can also make ricotta at home? It's very simple.
Fusilli.
They have this unique sparrow shape to better capture all kinds of sauces. Using pasta cooking water helps to form a cream with ricotta. The black truffle is one of the most prized ingredients used in pasta alla norcina. It's also called the black diamond. What can I say? Sausage, black truffle. What do you want? 8+. What pasta should I do next?
Ciao.
5th day, pasta primavera. This pasta is usually eaten in the summer because it's really light. Typically, you use the ingredients you have in the fridge, those vegetables that have been sitting there for weeks. It's easy to prepare, just cut the vegetables to the same size so they cook at the same time. The name primavera comes from the fact that it's a colorful pasta, thanks to the veggie, and it's usually eaten with seasonal vegetables. Despite having an Italian name, pasta primavera was born in the United States in the 70s. To be honest, I don't like it too much, so Moretti is just a pass. It's not bad, but there are better ones. What pasta I should do next? 6th day, penne alla vodka. When I was a kid, I worked as a waiter in a restaurant in my home. In those years, one pasta dish that couldn't be missing from the menu was penne with vodka. It was very fashionable in the 80s and 90s, and I think it's no longer on menus, or at least if it's still there, it's often replaced. Vodka isn't used much for its taste, but for its chemical effect during the cooking. It's helping to create a smoother sauce with cream and tomato. It's such a strange dish, which is something you don't often see in Italian sauces.
Cream. I know.
These flavors take me back to my childhood, and nostalgia plays a cruel trick on me. So, yeah, my rating is a solid 7. What pasta I should do next?
Ciao. 7 day.
Cacio e pepe.
Never use pre-ground pepper. Buy it whole. Heat it to release the essential oils and crush it yourself. It's a game changer. Although it seems like a simple pasta having only 2 ingredients, it's one of the most difficult to prepare. By following the right steps, the recipe will be foolproof. One of the main problems with this pasta is that pecorino doesn't form a cream, but clumps with the spaghetti. This happens because the water used is too hot. If there is one thing you shouldn't skip on, it's the cheese. Use it a lot, like it's snowing. I can describe how simple and delicious this pasta is. You should give it a try. Simplicity is the key.
What pasta I should do next?
Ciao.
8th day.
Aglio, olio e peperoncino.
Also known as midnight pasta, it's a pillar of Italian cuisine. As always, few but good ingredients create a great dish. How many times have we found ourselves at home with few ingredients, hungry, and garlic, oil and chili have saved us countless times. The secret of this pasta is to not burn the garlic and to use the cooking water to prevent it from happening. It is a timeless dish. From this, it deserves all my respect. How many memories of you resurface? What pasta I should do next?
Ciao.
9th day. Arrabbiata. Wow, this type of pasta is really delicious. The name arrabbiata comes from the fact that this dish is very spicy, making you almost angry from the heat it causes. One thing I discovered is that you can use the celery stalk, which you usually throw away, and here it helps to flavor the oil. The key here is the tomatoes, and the canned Italian ones are the best.
10 minutes and the sauce is ready.
You can use any type of pasta, short or long, whichever you prefer. I don't know about you, but chopping herbs like parsley is oddly satisfying. This might be the best vegetarian pasta, so it definitely deserves a solid 7. What pasta I should do next? 10th day.
Pasta al pesto.
Summer means heat. Heat means basil, and basil means pesto. It's one of the most well-known Italian recipes, but it's also been replicated in many versions. The only true method is with a mortar and pestle.
Only the leaf.
This method releases all the essential oils and aromas of the ingredients. The fundamental ingredients of pesto are fresh basil, pine nuts, Parmigiano Reggiano, garlic, salt, and extra virgin olive oil. An important thing is to never heat the pesto. When mixing it with the pasta, always turn off the stove. The heat from the pasta is enough. What pasta I should do next? 11th day. Pasta al pomodoro. Tomato pasta. How many times have I eaten it?
3 different types of can, jar, fresh.
But today I want to make a slightly more complicated version.
Time here. You wait like 1 hour, 2 hours the best.
The longer the time, the better.
So thick, at least 15 minutes.
If you ask any Italian what they do on Sundays, they'll tell you they're making sauce at home and can't go out. We can say it's a base of pasta sauce, the OG, the GOAT, so it deserves our high rating. What pasta I should do next?
Ciao.
12th day.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese, the quintessential American comfort food. But what does an Italian think? Pasta and cheese. Two ingredients I love. But this is the best way to use them? I read that the secret to a good mac and cheese is creaminess. But how do you get the right consistency? Interesting to use the bechamel as a base. Italians use it in many dishes, but here it plays a different role. I'm used to lighter dishes, but I have to admit that this mac and cheese is really comforting.
180 degrees, 20-25 minutes.
For Italians, cheese is a serious matter. It deserves a passing grade, but nothing more.
What pasta I should do next?
13 day spaghetti alla puttanese. What can I say about this pasta? It's a very southern sauce. In fact, we have sardines, capers and olives, all typical products of southern Italy. Usually canned anchovies aren't very popular, but there is a little trick. If you cook them in oil, they'll disappear, but leave their flavor. I'm still figuring out how that works. The name is also interesting because it reminds you of, well, you get it. This could also be considered a summer pasta. You know what? I don't really mind this pasta. It definitely deserves a solid 7.
What pasta I should do next?
Ciao.
14th day.
Pasta alla norma.
The pasta alla norma is a dish with typically Mediterranean flavors. The recipe is attributed to the city of Catania, so much so that it is the symbol of Catanian cuisine. Perhaps the only Italian pasta dish that has something fried inside. Here I use a tomato sauce that I made some time ago. It just needs reheating. It's a simple pasta but full of flavor. Finally, a nice sprinkling of ricotta salata, which is regular ricotta, just a bit more aged, hence harder and easier to grate. What pasta I should do next?
Ciao.
16th day.
Pasta e patate.
Do you know what Italians do when they have leftover pasta of different shapes? But none is enough for a complete dish. They prepare this recipe. It might seem strange to mix various types of pasta, but it's totally normal. It's a way to avoid food waste. You need very few ingredients which you probably already have in your fridge. The result? A creamy pasta, perfect for winter.
È proprio buono.
What pasta I should do next?
Ciao.
17th day.
Pasta con le zucchine.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of tuna. Don't get me wrong. If it's high quality, the canned ones can be very good. Just that zucchini is my problem. I love all vegetables, but zucchini, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. So unfortunately, this pasta is a no for me. Next. What pasta I should do next? 18th day.
No, pasta e fagioli.
A simple pasta made from ingredients that are easy to find and cook. It's a very ancient pasta, and I remember my grandparents often ate. It's very similar to pasta and potatoes, if you think about it, but here you need tomato sauce.
Low heat 15 minutes.
Which makes it creamy and perfect for winter. It's a good comfort food and deserves a high rating for its simplicity. Very, very delicious. What pasta I should do next?
No,
19th day.
ragu.
If there is one thing that reminds me of home, it's the smell of ragu. Just the smell alone makes your mouth water. There is one rule for making ragu, is that when you make it, you have to make it a lot.
Sedano, carote e cipolla, soffritto.
The important thing is to cook the meat well before adding the tomatoes. It should sizzle well, all the liquids should evaporate. Once you add the tomatoes, you need to be patient. Don't rush. Set it low heat and forget about it for a while. You know the ragu is done well when its color tends to be orange. Traditionally, the first state is with a piece of bread. It's great to freeze and take out when you need it.
Tagliate.
Not just for pasta, but for many dishes. The ragu is a lifesaver. What pasta I should do next?
Mamma mia, che
20th day, burro parmigiano, the second pasta I eaten the most in my life. After tomato pasta, it's definitely butter and parmesan pasta, because it's a pasta I've been eating since I was a kid. It's so simple to make it, and we always have butter and parmesan cheese. It's a great start for a delicious dish. My favorite version is with truffle. What's yours? What pasta I should do next?
Ciao.
21st day.
Genovese napoletano.
Do you like onions? Do you like them a lot? Really a lot? Okay, well, start by getting more than a kilo of onions. Today's pasta is a truffle and an ode to onions. A dish made with meat and a lot of onions, cooked for a long, long time, and then used as a pasta sauce. It resembles a ragu, but without tomatoes, and it takes a long, long time. But the end result is incredible. Even eaten alone, it's delicious, so I highly recommend it.
Non male.
What pasta I should do next?
Ciao.
22nd day.
Carbonara con panna. I'm not gonna do that.
23rd day.
Pasta alla grigia.
If you remove the guanciale, you make cacio e pepe. If you add the egg, you make carbonara. What happens if you only use cheese and guanciale?
No oil.
You make grigia.
Let it sweat.
One of the 4 Roman pastas. Here you only need cheese and guanciale.
Crispy.
For the cheese, use pecorino and use plenty. The cheese pecorino is called so because its name comes from sheep, as it's made from milk of this animal. It has been a long time since I cooked it. Incredible how good it is. What pasta I should do next?
Ciao.
24th day.
Finalmente carbonara.
Finally, we have arrived at the last pasta. It's been a beautiful journey and I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. What better way to end this series with a carbonara? Now pay attention and follow these steps to make a perfect carbonara. Remove the spices and use no oil to cook the guanciale. Use 1 yolk per person. Add pecorino and parmesan. I used 30 grams of parmesan and 20 grams of pecorino. Use a heat sauce to create the sauce. But be careful not to cook it, we are not making scrambled eggs here. The pasta needs to be tossed to blend all the flavors and achieve perfect creaminess. No cream, please. Finish with more pecorino, pepper and crispy guanciale.